So I got to talk about it. Oh, Giannis and Dame, it ain't working in Milwaukee. They 1-4. They got their butts spanked again last night by Memphis and John Morant. And I don't really make a big deal about early in the season. I do, like fellow sports fans, basketball fans, I talk about. I don't try to really get too into basketball because unlike football, your season ain't necessarily over. Baseball, and let's look at baseball for instance. Did you see the Dodgers? I think Alex Rodriguez predicted the Dodgers and the Yankees in the World Series, but Jerry Jeter saw the Baltimore's and the Philadelphia Phillies because it's a long season. Because so much can happen. Look at the Seattle Mariners. They fired their manager. They were 10 games over 500, and they ended up losing the division to Houston Astros, who start off slow. So some sports, football is a different animal. Usually, if you start off slow, it doesn't usually make the playoffs. The NBA, we can't go by too much because remember everybody was all ready to have a Lakers parade a week ago, and now they look old and busted, and they're getting excited about Bronny and LeBron combined 22 points with LeBron scoring 20. So you know how that goes. But anyway, this thing with Giannis and Dame though has continued since last year. And actually, the boneheaded move to fire their coach, Adrian Griffin, when they were 32-8, and go get Doc Rivers. And you know Doc Rivers' track record. Doc's a great TV commentator. He's got a winning championship ring. He's got a runner-up. He had a runner-up in Boston. But what has he done lately? His track record outside of the Celtics ain't that memorable. The Clippers and the Sixers want a word with you in the hallway, Giannis, since you couldn't play with Adrian Griffin. And here to say it, your best coach was Mike Budenholzer, who's right now is doing great in Phoenix. Even though I'm not going to go and proclaim the Suns the best team in the West because I still think OKC's better, but their offense is running smoothly. That's what he does. He's a ring up version of George Karl. It could coach offense. Giannis, even though he's putting up stats, this team looks flat. Ran Drew Holiday off, big L. Brooke Lopez ain't getting. They don't play it the right way with that big man. They don't have Bobby Porter. Those guys do not spread. They look to pick and pop, and they get caught, and then they get caught being flat-footed. And then Giannis has to act like he's the Cape Crusader and block shots. And Dame sits there. If he ain't making them logo threes, he don't give you no rebounds. He don't give you no assists. He pouts and he don't play no defense. He's worried about Dame time. He wanted to go to Miami. There's a reason why Pat Riley wouldn't touch him. He's not a first-tier player. And as bad as Jimmy Butler's antics can be, Jimmy Butler mentally is a better fit than Dame will ever be, even though Dame's a better pure talent. Let me say that again. Because so you got to understand, talent alone does not make you fit. And Dame can shoot with the best of them, but you see, being a sidekick in the band while Steph Curry's winning rings just ain't cool. Just like James Harden, sidekick in the band. Y'all in the background, but Steph Curry got the microphone. Y'all in the background, like, we could do that too. We could, yeah. And then what happened? You don't win nothing. And nobody wants to play with you. And this is what Giannis is finding out. That's why I see the Giannis going to Golden State, or maybe the Lakers and teaming up with Anthony Davis. They get LeBron James' behind up out of there. Or maybe he wants to go to Denver. Team up with Jokic. Who are my sources? Ain't no sources. But if I'm looking into a crystal ball, big market says the Lakers or Golden State. Side market says maybe teaming up in Denver. Smart market says go to Udoka in Houston and get with them young cats, and you got interest in squad. Those are my possibilities in the West. Obviously, in the East, it would be Miami. That's all Giannis could really go to, because Boston and New York are off the limits, and it wouldn't fit. In Philadelphia, that ain't gonna work. Miami is like the only upside that he could go to in the East. So, but this marriage, this situation here is a disaster. Giannis should be hitting his peak in his prime where he's running things for the next 4 or 5 years easily and twice on Sunday. Dame should be nearing the last 3 or 4 good high ends and then trying to get that ring or try to play for it. He ain't got his mindset. And you know Doc Rivers. Doc is just hustling because he going to get fired. And then I guess who else will hire him? Let me think of a legit team that's kind of on the fringes. Maybe somewhere that he could, a team that's kind of in between, they'll give him a shot. We know how this story is going to end. It's a train wreck. And when you're in a small market and you win a ring, it's a dead end because usually, unless you're the Spurs, most of the time they run people out. People like a Milwaukee or teams like that who get that one ring, they don't know how to hang on to superstars. And superstars who start yielding their flex That's a dead end. But they don't work, and it's bad. So start your bandwagon, and where would you like to see Giannis go? Because they will be departing, and Dame will go too. The only thing is this: Dame is gonna be a bench man somewhere. Maybe he can team up with LaMelo and Charlotte or something, because he's stat pad. He may as well. He gonna end up being just a guy that's stat stuffing. Ain't nobody gonna take no chances on no Dame. Ain't gonna take no chances on him, because his track record is too janky, and he don't make you better. If he can't score, there ain't much to him. And this whole situation is pathetic in Milwaukee. But Mike Budenholzer is looking really good in Phoenix, because even though you got to deal with Kevin Durant, Chiller's antics, or Devin Booker sometime, or Bradley Beal talking crazy, let me tell you something. They scoring. And they winning some games. And they're going to be a lot better off. And that's what Giannis is going to miss, not having the right coach. Because it really hasn't been the same since they fired the coach that they won a chip with. Stop pulling that LeBron antics, because they don't always work for everybody. You ain't Magic Johnson. You ain't Larry Bird to pull that off. You get your right coach, you better hang on to it. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like. Hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay true, stay woke. I'm out one time. Peace.